What's going on, guys? Boy Joe672 coming to you guys with a video right now. So, the defensive end position, right? I honestly think that the Eagles are going to dip into free agency once more at this defensive line. To get a defensive end, because Chris Long, I don't think he's staying. I think it's pretty much done, guys. I think we should all kind of look forward and say, hey, we need to move by this. We have to pass by this, and we just have to kind of say that Chris Long is done. I think he wants a specific role. He hasn't been sure, not sure, kind of sure that he's really not going to play this year. Pretty much telling the Eagles, I want them to draft like I'm not even on the team. And the Eagles did. The Eagles picked up Sharif Miller later in the rounds. So you want to go after Ezekiel Ansah, the ex-defensive end from the Detroit Lions. Now, Jim Schwartz has plenty of connections with this player. Okay, measures at 6'6", 245 pounds. Great upper body strength, great legs. Guy can swing around tackles. Guy has a great dirty spin move. Guy can do everything. And still productive when he's healthy. At the end of last season, Ezekiel Ansah had a shoulder injury and then kind of just had to wait to get cleared this offseason to get, for teams to go after him. He had to pass a physical, and he kind of waited till after the draft so teams can go after him, because it kind of makes sense, waiting after the draft, because then the needs are good for teams, and then teams can now focus after the draft on the rest of the free agents that are still out there. So Ezekiel Ansah, I still think that the Eagles have some interest there. Jim Schwartz, I think he was a 2013 fifth-round pick. Jim Schwartz, has coached this player, has been a head coach of this team, the Detroit Lions, and I think there's plenty of connection there. So Ezekiel Ansah being healthy, since 2013, Ezekiel Ansah has had 60 tackles for loss. He's been very disruptive in the course of every year of his career. He's been very, very good disrupting the backfield, getting back there, making tackles. You add him to this group, oh my God. You add another guy like him to this group, you are going to be complete. I think after this move, I think you're pretty much set with these positions. You're set at defensive tackle. You're set at defensive end. You have a lot of depth, a lot of rotation guys, and guys are going to go in there and do their thing. Now, can we trust Ezekiel Ansah to stay healthy? That is going to be the main question. But I have no doubt in my mind that the Eagles would be kind of eyeing this. I know Ezekiel Ansah he already had a visit with the Broncos. I think he's visiting the Seahawks. The Seahawks are going after him. The Seahawks are going after him as well. They're definitely interested. There's reports all over the place. The Seahawks are interested in Ezekiel Ansah. They need pass rush. They got rid of Frank Clark. They have some issues on the defensive line because they've lost a lot of guys. They really don't have anybody good on that defensive line right now. So they're in kind of need of help. But the Eagles could sway Ezekiel Ansah towards the Eagles' way and say, hey, you want to win a championship, come to Philly, we'll treat you right, you'll get your, But the only thing that Ezekiel Ansah kind of has to agree with is that he's not going to be that prime starter. He's going to be a rotational guy and a fantastic defense, okay? If he wants to win a championship, he'll come to Philadelphia. If he wants to be a starter and kind of get paid a little bit more, he'll go to another team. But the Philadelphia Eagles, I have no doubt in my mind that they are definitely eyeing Ezekiel Ansah right now. And we'll just see in the coming weeks. We still have some time because this roster should be done within like a month and a half, I would have to say, unless they do some little teeny weeny signings that they want to do. But I have a lot of, I'm very optimistic about it. I think that, with Chris Long gone, I'm not saying we have a hole at defensive end, but I think that we need to replace that with another guy. And I think that Ezekiel Ansah is that guy in free agency that they don't really have to pay that much. Because you know what, he had an injury last year, and they kind of want to make it a contract where he's not getting too much guaranteed money, but if he makes it throughout the whole season, he'll get a little bit of a bonus. That's why I kind of work it out with Ezekiel Ansah. So that's really it, guys. So let me know about Ezekiel Ansah. Would you want him on the Philadelphia Eagles? Do you think Chris Long is gone? Because I do. And that's really it. So I will see you guys later. Stay split up. Files fly.